When you're a kid, you're almost indestructible. You can fall off a building, but you're gonna survive. You can get bitten by a dog, but you're probably gonna survive too. Well, with some exceptions. But these are the abilities and superpowers you get when you're a kid, but you lose them when you grow up. But it doesn't really matter, because today I'll tell you all guys the times I literally almost died when I was a kid. It was said by the doctor, so don't you call me a liar. Like the time when my dad had to leave the house for a week because he had to fly to another city because of a job thing. But the last words he told to my mom were, "Hey honey, I won't be away from home for so long, but whatever you do, don't let Brian get hurt, okay?" Well, funny because the same day in the afternoon I was playing in the backyard with a friend of mine, and he was throwing little stones at me at high speed until one hit me on the forehead, and my mom went out of the house and looked at me, and she almost fainted, but she knew she had to take me to the hospital before she fainted. And when I was there, the doctor told us, "Hey, you're a really lucky guy. If that stone had been a little faster, you could have died." I don't know how true that was, because he probably said it because he wanted to tell me I was dumbass for playing with stones, but those words had a huge impact on me, and for the next years of my life, like until I was 9, I was really nervous about it and thought my forehead could start bleeding out of the blue. But let's go back again to that moment when I almost died because of a stone. Well, 1 or 2 weeks later, my mom told me to go to my neighbor's house to give her something important, but what I didn't know was that the house had a small and beautiful dog called Princess. But then she turned into a monster and started to chase me. I was running as fast as possible, but I was 7 years old and obviously wasn't able to run faster than the dog. Then suddenly the dog bit my leg, and I swear she could have killed me if she wanted to, but a beautiful dog called Exterminator just wanted to save me. And they started fighting. Until today, I still believe that dog was an angel, because I never saw it again, but it just saved my life. After that, my mom went to the house of the neighbor and started arguing, because why wouldn't you muzzle your aggressive dog? Then our neighbor offered to pay us everything we need at the hospital for me, and well. And just a few years later, I was really obsessed with Dragon Ball Z. I'm not a big fan of anime, but this one is actually so cool. And so I was so obsessed with Dragon Ball, and I always had a dream of flying. I haven't dreamed of it, and it was a really weird dream where I had the ability of flying, but it was really hard to fly. By the way, after that dream, I was like, oh yeah, I know I can do it. Oh, let me give you all a quick spoiler. No, I couldn't. And it was from the 3rd floor of a building, and the height was probably 50 feet, but I was sure I was gonna fulfill this dream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's jump. No, Brian! Mom, what are you doing? Yeah, my mom saved my life for what I feel like the 100th time, and I'm always gonna be grateful for that, even if we argue a lot. And because, you know, Mom, I love you and thank you for that.